Session 8, Vocabulary and Word Formation Processes 1. Introduction. In the last lecture, you learned how words may be derived from existing words in a language. You will now learn some other kinds of words formation processes in this lecture and the next one. You will learn some regular word formation processes and the technical terms used to describe those processes. Objectives. At the end of this lecture, you should be able to 1. Identify word formation processes currently in use in English. 2. Explain the various processes through which new words come into existence in a language. And 3. Analyze the structure of new coinage in English. Pretest. 1. Define the term derivation. 2. Why do you think new words are needed in a language? Content. In view of the constant evolution of new terms for new experiences and new uses of old words, a language is shaped by the needs of its users. Let us consider the ways in which new words come into existence in a language. Borrowing. One of the most common sources of new words in English is the process simply labeled borrowing. That is, the taking over of words from other languages. Throughout its history, the English language has adopted a vast number of loan words from other languages. The English vocabulary contains a high percentage of borrowed words from French, Latin, Greek, and other languages. Examples of words that came into English from Latin roots are actus, do, drive; act, agent, agile, transact; audere, auditus, ear; audible, audience, auditory, audit, auditorium; omitscribere, scriptus; write, transcribe, inscribe, subscription; scribble, scabvocer, vocatus, call; vocal, convocation, revoke, provoke, vocation; longilocutus, speak; take two; loquilocutus, speak; soliloquy, loquacious; elocution, colloquy; eloquent, colloquy, eloquent. Examples from Greek roots are auto, self; autobiography; auto-intoxication; auto-hypnosis; bio, life; biology; biogenesis; biolosis; hyper, over, too much; hypersensitive; hyperacidity; hyperemia; micro, small; microbiology; microcosm; microphone; tetra, 4; tetragram; tetrameter; tetratomic. Examples from other languages including alcohol, Arabic, boss, Dutch; croissant, restaurant; chagrin and bonhomie; French, lilac; Persian, piano; Italian, pretzel; German, robot; Czech, tycoon; Japanese, yogurt; Turkish, and zebra, Bantu. Other languages, of course, borrow terms from English. The following examples have been identified in English words that have come into Yoruba: boxer, conductor, repairer, laborer. Yoruba versions of the following are also derived: washerman, plumber, lawyer, learner, vulcanizer, rewire, magician, photographer, driver, carpenter, mistress, teacher, bricklayer, mason, tutor, surveyor, signaler, cashier, barber, panel beater, boxer, conductor, repairer, laborer. Yoruba versions of the following are also derived: washerman, plumber, lawyer, learner, vulcanizer, rewire, magician, photographer, driver, carpenter, mistress, teacher, bricklayer, mason, tutor, surveyor, signaler, cashier, barber, panel beater, governor, painter, coinage. One of the least common processes of word formation in English is coinage. That is, the invention of totally new terms. Our fanciful creation of some would be one example. Words like aspirin and nylon, originally invented trade names, are others. Familiar recent examples are Kleenex and Xerox, which also began as invented trade names and which have quickly become everybody words in the language. Loan translation calc. A special type of borrowing is described as loan translation or calc. Calc is a type of word formation whereby the morphemic constituents of the borrowed words or phrases are translated item by item into equivalent morphemes in the new language. In this process, there is a direct translation of the elements of a word into the borrowing language. An interesting example is the French term "on gratte-ciel," which literally translates as a scraped sky and is used for what, in English, is normally referred to as a skyscraper. Other examples are power politics from German, Machtpolitik, and Superman from Übermensch. Nowadays, some Spanish speakers eat perro calientes, literally dogs hot or hot dogs. Study session summary. In this lecture, a recap of the previous lecture on word formation processes is first given. It then looks at other word formation processes, such as coinage and borrowing with illustrative examples. You are made to know the different coinages and their processes. Based on that, you should be able to analyze the structures of new coinages in English. Post-text. 1. In your own words, give a clear definition of the following: borrowing, blend, clipping, and compounding. 2. Give 2 instances of the following in English compounding: blends and borrowing. 3. Can you find out by consulting a dictionary which of the following words are borrowed and from the languages they came? End of study session 8. Thank you for listening.